Alright guys, welcome back. So we are in PTS Phase 2, and with this PTS we've got a couple of bits of new gear, we've got some new exotics, and today I wanted to show you one particular gear set that's coming. I think this is the only gear set that's coming with Phase 2 of the PTS, along with a named weapon and some other little pieces that's going to make an absolutely killer build. A build that is going to be meta. I don't like to use that word, but it is. It's going to be meta for Season 9, as Season 9 is basically Season of the Pulse. And so it does revolve around that. So let's get right into this gear set and how strong it's going to be, along with the stuff involved. So I'm not going to go over in terms of the specializations here, because specializations, whilst at Season 9 they're going to be the same, going into the future they're going to be different, and you can just figure out the specializations yourself. What I do want to go over mainly is the new gear and weapon and how it all goes together, and also the new brand set that fits with it as well. So this is called the Heartbreaker Gear Set. Now, as you can see on the right there, we've got the gear pieces. So for 2 pieces you get 15% assault rifle damage and 15% LMG damage. So that's a lot of extra damage for both of those weapons. For 3 pieces we get 15% weapon handling, which you don't really need, to be honest. It kind of makes the assault rifles and it makes your LMGs lasers, like you really are lasering people, which is important when you're going to see the next point here. For 4 pieces, Heartstopper, headshots, apply pulse for 5 seconds. Weapon hits on pulsed enemies add and refresh a stack of 1% bonus armor and 1% damage to pulsed enemies for 5 seconds. The max stack is 50, so you can get an extra 50% damage to pulsed enemies and an extra 50% bonus armor to with those stacks as well, if you get to a max stack of 50. On top of that, you know, if you're using an LMG or an assault rifle, you're getting an extra 15% extra damage. So you're looking at an extra 65% damage, and you only have to hit the headshot once to apply that pulse, and then it lasts for 5 seconds. So you don't have to consistently hit headshots, but you will need to apply a headshot at least every 5 seconds to keep those stacks running. So I'd always just try and go for headshots, and that way you shouldn't really have any problems with that. So as you can see with this particular piece here, now I got all of these pieces, so I've got 4 pieces here, so that we can get the 4-piece bonus. Now I got all these pieces from the cache, and they're all blues, well, apart from this one, which is actually obviously a yellow skill tier here. The recalibration on the PTS Phase 2 isn't working, or it's not working for me, so I can't actually change these over to reds. So I'm not able to actually test the full potential of these pieces of gear. But I mean, the numbers don't lie, right? When you're getting 50%, 65% extra damage from this gear set, for what looks to be not that much of a requirement, in the sense that you only have to hit 1 headshot every 5 seconds, it isn't too difficult, especially when you're using an LMG and you're just absolutely pounding on enemies. It's not that hard. So yeah, you're getting a lot of extra damage. So moving on to the chest piece, I'm not even going to try and pronounce the name of this chest piece, to be honest, because I will butcher it. But this particular chest piece here, the reason I've gone for this is not because of the 5% total armor, which of course, I mean, it does help when you're getting that extra 50% bonus armor from the 4 pieces of the gear set. That extra 5% total armor will help. It's actually the talent, which is Perfect Spotter, increases total weapon and skill damage by 20% to pulsed enemies. So 65% here, 20% here, 85% extra damage, right? Let's move on to the new Dare named LMG. Okay, so this has Perfect Flatline, amplifies weapon damage by 20% to pulse enemies. After 2 kills, applies pulse to the next enemy that you hit. So there's an extra 20% damage to pulsed enemies. You're looking at 105% extra damage when you've got all of these combined. And of course, if you've then got your Memento backpack on, I mean, it's getting crazy in terms of the damage. Now, of course, with this particular build, because I don't have my offensive on there, because I can't recalibrate, then I'm not really getting that, which is why I'm not really going to make, at the moment at least, I'm not able to make backup. Excuse me, I'm not able to make really a video showcasing the build in action, because it is underpowered at the moment, just because I only have blues on, really. But if you consider that, if you're getting that weapon damage up to, you know, an extra 40%, 50%, whatever it might be there, well, an extra 30% weapon damage or whatever it might be, you're looking at least 150% weapon damage. You're getting that extra bonus armor. You're getting that skill efficiency. I mean, the memento with this particular build is going to be really strong, because not only are you doing damage, but with that bonus armor, it means you don't have to sit in cover. You're actually able to go out onto the battlefield a little bit, which is going to be important for you to pick up those tags, or whatever you want to call them, those trophies for memento, to keep that ongoing. And of course, the extra 5% total armor will help towards your survivability. So this build in total, in terms of damage, is going to be really, really strong. Now, as I said at the start, this is Season of the Pulse, and I think it makes sense that you take advantage of that and use all the stuff that you're being provided in order to better get the best build from it. So in terms of skills, I'll be honest with you guys, I've not really looked into the skills that much, because you know, it's not overly important. I mean, you could use a damage skill, because you are getting an extra 20% damage from the skill efficiency here. But, you know, it's entirely up to you. I like to use decoys with these sort of builds. When I'm trying to run memento, I think decoy is really good, because it allows you to keep moving forward. It allows you to stay out of cover and grab those trophies. So I think that works really well with it. And, you know, you can, most of the time, if you're running solo, you're probably going to run a hive with it as well. But overall, guys, that was kind of what I wanted to talk about in this video. I just wanted to show you the new gear set and how strong this gear set really is going to be when you combine it with the new named chest piece with Perfect Spotter, the Memento backpack, and of course the Dare LMG, and the damage that gives you as well. Overall, this is going to be a really, really, really strong build. I'm sure there are those build channels out there who are going to make this crazy, but for right now on the surface, this to me looks to be the meta build for Season 9. For PVE, of course, PvP is probably going to be a lot different. You're not really going to be relying on headshots in PvP. But for PvE, this is going to be really strong. And once I've got this fully maxed, if I can get offensive, change these to offensive, or I can find pieces that are offensive, then I'll put all of those on. I'll get into some Countdown and show you how good this build is, guys. Because I don't need to go into Countdown to know this is going to be very, very strong. Hopefully you enjoyed this one. If you did, drop a like and subscribe to stay up to date with all the videos. Make sure your notifications are turned on, and that way you won't miss my next video, which should be soon. Until the next one, epic out.